All right, so we in the garden and prep room, and I'm pouring some warm tea. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing. I'm pouring some warm tea into some of my plants that need it. A little warm tea. Okay, I'm gonna use the bottom shelf. I'll show you guys after I do it, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, it's a little trick I like to do. All right. I want you guys to hang out with me for a second while I do this. Oh, a little warm tea, and I don't have enough room to put my stand up here. Or I could just put it up here and show you guys, but I'll show you after the fact. Okay, how about that? I'll do that. A little warm tea in there. Oh, come on, don't act funny. Don't act right. Yeah, okay. So, all right, as you guys can see, oh, look at the plant life. But I tell you, see what I'm saying? The plant life is doing good. We got to put the plastic off of them today. You know what I'm saying? We got some over there. We got some stuff. We got some lettuce growing over there, as you can see. So, conscious growing gardener family. It's your boy, the Garden Guru, and we in the prep greenhouse. Okay, we in the prep greenhouse room, and today we talking about plant life, right? Plant life is so important today's plant life, because now we're talking about self-sustainability. Okay, when a few years ago when you talked about growing your own garden, basically what you were doing was just trying to figure out your own pattern of life and your growth of things that you want to see how something grows in your zone. And when I say your zone, I mean in your area, your neighborhood. Okay, everybody's zone is different. Some people's plants depending on how your climate is, the zone is your climate. Okay, that means if you live in a very hot climate state, you can grow warmer climate plants. If you live in a more colder, cooler climate, type of rainy type of climate, you can grow different plants. You can grow cooler crop plants. Okay, and we'll get into those. The leafy lettuces, the greens and things like that are colder climate plants. They don't grow as well as in hot weather. In fact, when it gets too hot, they'll flower, and they go to flowering and seeding, and you don't want that, especially if you plan on eating it. So what we try to do is grow our greens, our lettuce, and things like that nature that grows like that, grow that early in the cooler climates. Okay, and then when you talk about hotter climates, that's heavy feeders that need a little more sun. You talk about the squash family, the zucchini, the cucumber, the pumpkin, the there's all different types of squash. Okay, you got the crooked neck squash, you got the neck squash. You have what I'm saying, you have the black squash. Okay, there's a lot of different squashes, and of course there's a lot of different lettuces. As I've told you this before, if you watch and go back and watch the Conscious Growing Gardener on YouTube, you will see some of those videos where we get in depth to talking about the different types of plants that there are that you can grow. But this up here is mostly trees. Okay, these are we are starting to grow our trees. So we got a dwarf cherry tree right there. We got a baby watermelon right there. We have some moringa trees up here. Uh we got some lettuce here. There's lettuce over here, different types of lettuce that we growing. We're really getting into it. Now this one right here has been sweating, and I didn't take the top off this last night, and I should have, but it's staying moist. So I'm gonna wait one more day. I'm not gonna do it while I'm on here with you guys. I'm gonna wait till this evening, and then this evening I'm gonna take it off. Okay, so over here we got the red baby watermelon, we got the sour sap, we got the blueberry, we got um we got wild lettuce right here, which is very good for your body. If you're dealing with pains and aches and stuff like that, you want to grow your own wild lettuce. Wild lettuce really helps with any type of pain or like a pain in your body. Wild lettuce really, it really helps a lot. Uh, some people, have, when they deal with pain, they use a little marijuana. Um, if they got, especially if they have um, that you can get your own card. But you also can, wild lettuce has some of that same effects, without the benefits of the THC and actually getting high. But wild lettuce really helps with aches and pains, stuff like that. So if you're looking for something to create that peaceable body, look into some wild lettuce. Okay, that's very good for you. Um, Hold on a second, guys. Okay, we're back. So I had to make a little conversation with the queen. So I got the warm tea with me right here. I'm just gonna pour some on this right here. It didn't take enough as much as I liked it in certain areas. So I'm just gonna pour some all in here because it's getting a little dry in here, and you don't want that to happen to your plants. Because what happen is they can stunt their growth. Too much water, not enough water. Okay, you need to make sure that you have the right amount of okay. You got to make sure you have the right amount of nutrients. Okay, the nutrients and the water and things of that nature and sun. So we got the lighting. The lighting is set, but we want to also make sure that we have enough uh, uh, H2O and nutrients, fertilizer to help each plant uh, take on its own life and begin to grow in its own time. You don't want it to get too leggy, because if it don't have enough water or did not get enough sun, it'll start turning leggy. And we have to, as you can see right here, where we moved a light. We have a light right here, and this is actually that light right there. That's a light right there. That's actually a solar light that comes on at night, because we noticed that the leaf lettuce over here is it's just a bit leggier than what we would like. So as you can look and see, you can see the legs are a little longer. See, these are lettuces too. They're not as long. See, so what we did was we added a little bit extra light to it, closer to so to be like it's closer to the sun, so that, and then at night even that solar light will come on at night. So we can, even when we cut the lights off in here, the solar light will come on, and we'll still have that ability to get that light that we need to strengthen them up a little bit. So that's how important it is to us to make sure that we have the right amount of lettuce, the right amount of lettuce, the right amount of lighting on whatever plant that we might be dealing with. Each day you have to deal with them separately, collectively too as well, because you never know what plant is going through what, and what plant needs what, in order to have that life given to itself, okay, and that strong life, that continued life, okay, because you can start something to start growing good, and then you're like, it's growing good, and then it'll die. You'll be like, oh, it died. Sometimes the things do die, and you never know why, right? But one of the most important things about maintaining life on your plants is just taking care of them, spending time with them, making sure they have what they need, making sure that they have the light that they need. You cutting lights off when they need darkness, because plants need darkness as well. Uh, uh, making sure it has the right fertilizer. That's why we're making that warm tea over there, okay, and pour it into the spaces where I feel like it's a little dry. If you look right here, you can see a little dryness on the plants. And see, they're starting to grow a little bit, but it's a little dry in areas. And so you want to make sure that you're giving it that sprouts of tea life, so that at nighttime, because the plants do a lot of growing at night. People think plants grow. I don't see plants growing. Plants don't really grow at daytime, but at nighttime, when that night energy is in, after that they got the sunlight and they had that water for the day, they suck it all in at night, and they grow a lot at night. Okay, so people don't know that a lot of times that's how kids grow. That's how we grow as people. We do a lot of growing at night. We ain't walking around getting taller in the middle of the day while we just walking around. No, it's overnight when we're sleeping and we're relaxed, and our body is able to rest after all of the energy that we've used and put into our bodies. We grow at night. You know what I'm saying? You get your weight. That's why they teach you not to eat heavy meals at night. You know what I'm saying? Because that weight you don't work it off, and that'll sit on you. That food will sit on you, and it'll cause you to have a bigger stomach and grow, and be bigger than what you are sometimes. So people say after a certain amount of time you shouldn't eat late at night. Some of us do, because we work third shift. Some of us are just nighttime up people that are late nights, and we like to snack at night. So that's obvious, you know what I'm saying? And then when we talk about the miracle of marijuana, we also know that some people smoke and they get the munchies. Okay, so and then you eating then again too. So we really want to just really be meticulous and be very open-minded about everything that needs to be done in here, so that we can have a one beautiful plant life. And as you can see, we just put them in. They're already starting to blossom a certain size, and we'll continue to nurture them, come back to you guys, talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to switch subjects just a little bit. But this is still growing. It's still all about growing. We want to grow in every area of our lives, right? So the reason why we're taking this so seriously, right? Let me put this right here. I knocked the curtain down. I should have done that. Okay, I'll put it back up. It's no problem. So the reason why we're taking this so serious is because I mean obviously our country is in a bad state. It's in a bad state, and this is just my opinion, but I'm sure it's a lot of people's opinion that we're not being told everything that's going on. There are a lot of things that are being stricken from the record from us about what's going on, and you have to really do a lot of research to know. We have a lot of wickedness in this country, and here's the thing. This is my opinion, but it's my opinion that the people that are the most wickedest are the ones who are in control and in power. And can say, well, go on. How you going, and nobody wants to listen to a person trying to be in control, and you being a hypocrite. It's like how can America itself, arrest people for not paying traffic tickets and parking tickets or whatever kind of ticket you might get out here in the streets, right? How can they arrest you for for men and women who have to pay restitution or pay child support to their children, and they fall behind, and these people do things to you like suspend your license or arrest you for it or whatever, when our country itself, if I'm not mistaken, owes 20 what is it $29 trillion. We're 29 trillion. So you really can't talk about nobody's debt when you ain't even paying off, when you ain't even taking care of your own debt. That's the most hypocritical shit I've ever heard in my life. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to cuss. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here doing the math. If you $29 trillion in debt, you can't, you know what I'm saying? And watch this. And you $29 trillion in debt. And if memory serves me correct, and in my opinion, right, that they've been taking advantage of the people, robbing us. Really taking advantage of us, robbing us, taking from us, and then gonna turn around and try to lock us up for this debt or that debt or this debt. It's just a lot of hypocrisy in this country that's going on. And speaking of hypocrisy, every morning I get up and I try to get a little bit of knowledge about what's going on in my country and what's going on around my city, what's going on around in different industries. And one of the things that I've been keeping up with is the sports world, because I'm a sports guy. I love my sports. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch movies every now and then. I watch a comedy special. But I don't like watching regular TV. The commercials are too long. They always advertising some crap to you, and then when the mainstream media news come on, then they have a problem. They have problems with picking sides. You can tell everything that they say out of their mouth is political, based upon who they like. And I ain't on that, because I can't let nobody else choose for me. But this country actually thinks that it has that power to be able to control the masses of people by saying who is what and who's popular and who's doing what popular is what's the most popular person doing it, and let's show them that they doing it so that everybody else can get on the bandwagon. So watch this. So I noticed the other day that they were having a problem with one of my favorite basketball players who was actually drafted by my team here in Cleveland, Kyrie Irving, about him not being able to play basketball with the Brooklyn Nets because of the mandates. But then I noticed that Bradley Beal, who does not play for New York, but he plays for, I believe, if memory serves me correct, he plays for Washington. And I also know that Bradley Beal as one of the other players who has not gotten, got his, his little thing, his little jab. So, but they're not stopping Bradley Beal from playing in New York. So how can Bradley Beal come to New York and play, and Kyrie Irving can't play? This lets you know that this is, the NBA. I'm about to go in on the NBA. The NBA ain't nothing but y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers. All y'all are some bed wenches for these people, for these politicians. You gonna stop one guy who lives in the city of New York, and he's there every day. His germs, his DNA. He's walking around New York. He got his kids there, his family. You know what I'm saying? You ain't asked the man if he didn't had it already, if he have any immunity to it or anything else. And then another dude who plays for another city can come there without being vaccinated and play, but the guy who lives there can't play. This is not about whether he is or not. This is about y'all taking him because he's more popular, and y'all honestly think black people is stupid. That's what y'all think. Y'all think we dumb. Y'all think, oh, Kyrie doing it, we all gonna do it. LeBron jump off the moon, we all jumping off the moon. We are not that big of a followers when it comes to being. Black people actually do have their own fucking mind. Now I know a lot of times it doesn't seem like it. Like we don't think individually. We don't stand on our own and do our own thing. But these people honestly think we so celebrity driven. If Kyrie wasn't a champion, if he wasn't a household name, if he wasn't a real popular basketball player and he just some guy on the bench, they wouldn't give two shits if he did or not. But because he's a household name, people know who he is. They always talking about him. You know, they call him the comeback kid. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who Kyrie Irving is. Then they making a big one to push the narrative on him. If it's that way, this is just like bad parenting. And I'm not calling the NBA parents, but they think they over somebody. So let's talk about parenting. It's like whooping your child, right? Whooping your youngest child, right? Or whooping one of your children, right? For doing something disobedient. Then the other child come along and do the same damn thing, and you don't do nothing to them. What do they do that at? Favoritism? You know what I'm saying? It's obvious what it is. Nobody's stupid. We can all see it. And you had to know that this was going to come out. You embarrassing yourself. $1 trillion company acting like clowns. And we can all see it. This is not going to stand. Y'all going to end up getting sued. Here's the thing. YouTube is funny. They don't realize they're going to be in trouble too. Because what they do is they just like every other media. If they agree, they'll push your message. If they disagree, then they'll shun you, censor you, slide you down on the back of the end of the pole, and and try to cover up what you did. They all the same, right? Here's the thing. If you're gonna start your own social media thing, you can't come on with your politics. You gotta leave that shit behind. You gotta let the people just how they way. Long as they ain't disrespecting nobody else and ain't nobody being, ain't no violence or nothing going on, no shit like that. Why are you getting involved, social media? You know what I'm saying? This is what happens when you wanna rule over people and create the narrative and make people believe what you want them to believe. That's what happens. Because there's no way in hell nobody. It's gonna be talked about. Everybody gonna be talking about this. I'm saying something now. I'm sure I'm not the first person. It's gonna be said again. It's gonna be said again and again and again and again. And then either New York's gonna act like, either New York's gonna see the hypocrisy in it. The NBA's gotta see the hypocrisy. They're probably talking about it right, like what I'm talking about now. They probably having, we gotta do something about it. No, it's nothing you can do. You're showing your hand. You ever play poker with somebody who can't hold their hand and they keep on, you know what I'm saying? Fumbling with their cards and they don't even realize we playing on a glass table. We can see where you held your cards. We can see everything in your hand. The whole I'm sitting across from you. Ain't nobody sitting across from you gonna tell you they can see your cards. They're just gonna keep playing against you the whole time. And these guys are showing their hand. They are definitely showing their hand. They're gonna say, well, this guy don't gotta get it because he ain't. But this, well, see, and here comes the excuse. Here comes the great excuse that they're gonna come with. Here it comes. They're gonna say, well, it's no mandate for him because he doesn't live in New York, and so first of all, you idiots, if he does not have the jab, then he can't come there and work, right? That's what you telling Kyrie. He can't play. He can't come there. Kyrie can't play there because he ain't got it. How's this guy exempt? Because he don't hold the weight of the people? Because him getting it ain't gonna convince other people to do it? This how idiotic these people are, and this how idiotic they think we are. This is why I don't respect a lot of people in this country. It's not that I don't love America and love my country and love my land. It's a lot of asshole people in this country, politically, business-wise, people who just ain't shit. Gaming. You see, and here's the thing. We had already been talking about it lightweight, but now it's really being exposed. How you gonna say they both players? If Kyrie can't play because he ain't got the jab, then neither can Bradley Beal. Not in New York. But y'all gonna lighten y'all stands for him because you just want to control somebody. And really, it ain't really about controlling Kyrie. It's about controlling anybody that follow Kyrie, thinking if Kyrie do it, he's because he's not doing it. Other people are. No, let me tell you something. You stupid ass people, black people, white people, Puerto Rican people, orange people, gray people, Chinese people. People make their own motherfucking decisions. Stop thinking that somebody that's famous can sway the narrative over thousands and thousands of people. Women don't watch basketball for the most part. Not saying none of them watch it, but they're not going to be influenced by what Kyrie Irving do. So who are you trying to do this for? Little kids can't make decisions on whether they get a jab or not. So who are you doing this for? All you got left is Bradley Beal, and his city's not mandated, but he's coming into New York to play without the jab. So what does that say? If he can play without the jab, why can't Kyrie? You can see the game. You can see the narrative. You can see them trying to push it. You can see them trying to control. This is exactly why Kyrie did the right thing by not getting it in the first place. Because this ain't nothing but control. This has nothing to do with safety. If this is all about somebody being safe and people being protected and making sure that people follow the rules so that we can save lives, then Bradley Beal will be disqualified from playing? And anybody else who does not have the jab will be disqualified from playing in New York that has a mandate. And the fact that y'all haven't done that and y'all letting this guy come here and play proves my point exactly, that you guys don't give a fuck about safety. This is about pushing a narrative on people. Thank you. All right, Conscious Growing Gardener family, y'all continue to grow. Do not fall for these people's bullshit. Everybody that's pushing what they pushing ain't always pushing the right thing, okay? We know about pushing, don't we? We know about the pushers out here. We lived in the streets. We see pushers. We see hustlers. We got to start waking up and start recognizing it when we see people that's hustling our own people. We hustle so much that sometimes when we see another type of hustle, we don't recognize it. That's a hustle. And they hustling us to get what they want out of us. Control. Because they figure Kyrie got a following and he got all these. Think about it. If you look at, go look at Bradley Beal's Instagram page. Now look at Kyrie's Instagram page. How many people do Bradley Beal got on his Instagram page? Now look and see how many people Kyrie Irving has on his Instagram page. That'll show you right there. Kyrie's got the bigger name, so they're going after him. This has nothing to do with what state he lives in or anything else. Because if this was really about the state and where he lived in and his ability not to be able to play because of the mandate, then you should be mandating everybody that comes there, whether they're visiting one time or not, they can't play unless they have it. And that means you don't care about safety. You care about controlling the narrative and controlling the people. Peace. Do not let these people control you. I don't mean peace to them, because I mean war to them. Because this is exactly what this is. This is a war. This is an information war. This is a spiritual war. This is a takedown of our civil liberties and rights. This is a shame to humanity. And some of these people need to be really looking at themselves and really think about it at night before they lay down. What kind of human being are you that you will try to pull this crap? Because if you care all the way around, not just, we don't care, we can't do anything about him. Yes, you can. You can undeny his ability to play there because he has the same thing going on at Kyrie. You fake. And you're caught too. All right, y'all. Family, continue to grow in every area of your life, all right? This is the Garden Guru, the Conscious Growing Gardeners. We out. That's the last piece.